Right, people, man. I'm just so embarrassed with this fucking country, man. Seriously. How bad are we? How bad? What's the state of these posts? Right, here's the story. A normal working class guy in this fucking shop wanted to change his £50 note, bought a packet of chewing gum, go to change. So that was yesterday. Went to bank today, and the shop had charged them for 250s. So the bank told me to go back to the shop and show them it with the fucking receipt, till number and all that, the two different ones. And the aging guy that owned the shop was accusing of me basically trying to fucking rob them. They wouldn't look at the receipt or go and check their cameras or jack shit. So he phones the police because he knows they're clowns, man. And wait to see the police what they do when they walk in. This goes back to what I talk about, the state of the police in Britain, man. They're so unfit, incapable. They just freak out and panic for a basic arrest of a non-criminal man. They just go overboard all the time. That's why you never see them out. They can't jail real criminals. They can only jail innocent people. And they end up fighting with each other and all that. They're away with it all the time, man. Hey, watch this, man. It's fucking, I'm sick of it, man. Fucking, how can the police and the government watch these videos and... Look, you just need to go into YouTube and fucking watch auditing programs and they'll all come up, thousands of them. And it's always innocent people. And the police force criminal fucking records onto them, man. That's all they do. Because they know crooks don't pay fines and all that.
Footage disclosed in its original untappable form. And guess who else got their hands on it? Yep, it's me. I'm going to show it to you so you can judge for yourself.
Me see the state of this one cunt. So angry, man. It's because they're incapable. Listen. Cash back. He's got the receipt. Always resist the cops. Cheek already. Listen to this cop. Look at the shop owner. Look at this cunt. Wow. You need to control yourself. That's the so-called bad guy. Oh, what, pepper spray? Wow. The cops are holding an arm each and he still gets pepper sprayed. They're so incapable, man. He says, police, that's out. He's done nothing. Oh, like the cop punched him right in the face there. Why do they want him on the ground? Well, like knee to the boards. Wow. Do you know why they're doing this? Because all the cops have got their camera off apart from one, but obviously she didn't know. Or she thought she turned it off for the rest of them. But every cop's meant to have their body cam on and they know. Because they know this is the way they treat people. Any call that they get, they always try and enhance it. to get you for charges. You phone them to get your cat out of the tree and they'll beat you up and charge you with breach of the peace at least. Police assault, resisting arrest, maybe loitering.
Not alleviates it. He goes from condescending to confrontational to threatening, then finally to berserk in under a minute, all fueled by the belief that a policeman's word is final and must always be obeyed, and anyone who dares to protest must be punished with arrest and malicious prosecution. On a side note, just why do the police turn up to every incident in gangs nowadays? They cannot seem to perform even the most routine of duties without piling in at least 4 deep.
Exactly, mate.
So they'll have a legion of false witnesses to attest for them?
No, it's because they're hopeless, they're incompetent.
Or is it just in the hope that they'll each get a turn at goading, punching, kicking, and assaulting anything that talks back at them? Despite the suspect being
terrified, so they overreact.
Parva into the man's face before callously remarking, "There you go." Unfortunately, his aim is so bad, he also hits PC Holly in the face with a bat spray. What am I talking about? Bad. It's the only thing he did right. And as for the knee in the bollocks, later defined by Marvel as a knee to the outer upper leg, is that a proportionate use of force against
look at this shop on a man, look at him.
3 other officers as a face full of parva and, dare I say it, did nothing wrong.
If only you shut your mouth and we could talk about it.
If only you shut your mouth, see? He's getting a jail for his tongue.
Policy to conflict management.
Because they didn't like his attitude.
But Mulville's spiteful remark is an admission that the only reason the man has been beaten to the ground in the first place is because he didn't keep his mouth shut.
Exactly.
How can any of this be lawful?
Oh.
How can the officer's earlier witness statement...
And the boss will say they done an amazing job from Humberside Police.
Easy.
Jailing a man that didn't do an offence.
And if you did, then you'd understand the cardinal tenet.
It was actually the Asians in the shop that robbed them, simple.
Complaining bad.
But I'll be racist for saying that, won't I?
Spiteful use of parva and all the lies he told in a
Yeah, yous lefties are all so weakos, man.
Described by West Midlands Police.
That's why Starmer overreacts.
The decision to arrest him
so incompetent in his own abilities. There we go, people. Fucking so disgusting, man.
Necessary and reasonable, and the only person described as violent at the scene was the poor man himself.
The cop said they tried to break his arm and all that. The guy in cuffs tried to break the cop's arm. They thought that wasn't on camera and the lies they told. That's why they had to drop everything after they knew his lawyer had got a camera for one of the posts.
The investigating officer blamed it all on later.
Exactly. Nothing to do with the manager when the photographs that caused it. The guy was only inquiring his fucking money.
And if all that whitewash wasn't enough, they took 18 months to do it. In fact, West Midlands took so long to deal with the complaint that Ian Gould had to submit another complaint on his client's behalf, complaining about the first complaint. West Midlands' refusal to uphold complaints against any of their officers was eventually appealed to the IOPC.
Can't believe the state of that baldy cop, but every one of them, you never see a normal, decent, tough cop. Real tough, I mean, no try to fake or act tough or look tough. If they're confident, they're calm and relaxed. All these ones that get hyper up and start shouting and being aggressive from the get-go, they know they're not capable. Simple. 22,000, well done, brother.
And even admitted that the man had been wrongfully arrested and assaulted by all the officers concerned. But even this had no bearing on
they don't care because see that 22 grand, that's your money. It's not the police's. Take it out of your taxis.
They remain free to ignore court decisions.
That's why they keep doing this and they enjoy doing it.
Video evidence, and of course,
It's only
voice
kick
of
they
the
get,
victim
and
we
then they
all
get
is.
addicted to that
A man
kick.
who dared to
Kick,
say,
kick.
I know my rights, in the face of
They're
police onset, did not care a
unbelievable.
toss about those rights. Copper Stopper is
I
out now.
would
Late May.
rather
It's
be
packed with
a
essential guidance
crick
on hundreds of
than
law
a
enforcement
cop.
scenarios, traffic stops, home visits,
Yes, I
treaty cases,
would.
interviews,
If I
arrests,
only
allegations, and
could,
covering victims of
I
crime.
surely
It's your
would.
ultimate defence to protecting you from them.
I
Follow the
would
links in the
rather
description to purchase
be
a
a
copy today.
sailor than a priest. Oh, yes, I would. Who's this? King Charles, the king of the Sawyers.
Now I see why this mini Wi-Fi camera
The
is
king
trending
of the
online. This
lefties.
thing is awesome.
It's
This
King
new subscription.
Charles.
While a U.S. judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration from revoking Harvard University's ability
Let's
to
go
enroll foreign
Trump, the
students in
boss
pharmacy,
man.
the Ivy League
A
school
man
called
with
part of President
testosterone.
Donald Trump's broader efforts to retaliate
That's the
against it
problem with
for refusing
Starmer,
to surrender
Macron,
entitlement
Zelensky
independence.
and all that.
However,
They're
this
all
new
weak
tax
men.
provides temporary relief
It's
to
never
thousands of
lifted a weight
international
in their
students
life or done
who
a
were
half
faced
bit
with
of
being
graft
forced to transfer
or
on the
struggled.
policy that Cambridge,
They're all so
Massachusetts-based
soft,
university
they've
called a
never
blatant
had
violation of the U.S. Constitution and other
testosterone.
federal laws, and said
Make
would
them a
have
bit
an immediate
manly.
and
They're all
devastating effect on the
feminist
university
males.
and more than
Women
7,000 visa
power.
holders.
Unbelievable.
Well, joining us from London is Arise International Affairs analyst Dr. Mark
King
Lasovich to discuss
Charles,
the
eh?
regime stance by
Wow.
Russia, the completion
The
of prisoner
king
swap
of
in King
the
Charles III's visit to
lefties.
Canada post Harvard's
The
standing
king of the
situation,
Sawyer
or
boys.
standing up against Trump, if you like.
Don't
Well,
ask
good to have
us,
you,
the
Mark.
working
Russia has
class,
continued with the
to join your
bombardment, as you
armies
know,
or
of
nothing.
Ukraine despite efforts
You
from
do
Trump
nothing
and
for
EU.
us.
What
Why
message
the
is
hell
Putin
should we
trying to
risk our
convey to
lives
the
for
US and the
yous?
world?
Yous go and fight.
It's quite
Oh,
simple.
yous
Putin is
lefties.
fighting on until he gets the terms of
Oh, do you only be an
treaty, if you
officer?
like, that he wants.
That
And
hides
in the
while your
meantime, he'd
troops
like
go
to
and do the
seize more
damage.
territory. In lieu of that, at the very least, carry on
Yeah,
bombing
that's right.
Ukraine
Yous
with an
don't
attempt
come,
to break the
soldiers,
spirit.
don't
So
yous
they've
not?
agreed to the terms which he's sending over
Yous
shortly.
become officers
He
and
also said
majors.
Putin is doing this because he has other
That
major
sit
world leaders
in
behind him.
your mess halls
I think he is
3,000
he
miles
must
away.
act in that way because
And get the poor
having
working
started the war,
class,
he must bring it to a
giving the
successful
bodies
climax.
away for
Autocrat, which
yous
is de facto
in
what
this
President
shithole
Putin
country. Is
can
it
only
worth
stay
it?
in
Is
power
it God?
if he is successful,
Not at
and
all.
therefore he cannot afford to lose.
Now, Zelensky says the US's silence is encouraging
Well,
Russia. Can a meeting
all
between
the
the two
West has
leaders, that's
to
the
do is
US and
stop
Russia,
trying to
change
encroach
anything?
on
I mean,
Russia.
Zelensky is just helpless, and this solidifies the
It's
US's
crazy
lack of
how all
power,
the
sorry,
news
the EU's lack
channels
of
make
power in
it
all
it's
of this.
Russia's fault.
Yes, as you say, the EU is
I know
insignificant, but it's
exactly
not
what
very
happened.
important. The key player is President Donald Trump.
The West
And we've no idea quite what he wants. I think
were
he's
bullying
waiting
the
to see
Russians in
precisely what
Ukraine
terms the
and
Russians are
try
going to
to
offer to
entice
come to a treaty,
Russia,
which they'll find out soon.
killing
For that
Russian
reason, he's staying
speakers,
silent, simply not to
jailing them.
prejudice the issue. As
So
for
Russia moved
what Donald
into
Trump
like
actually wants, as far as one can tell, is an end to the war
the
and
cities
resumption
on
of
his
business
border
with
that were
Russia
Russian,
and, of course, Ukraine.
Kusk
But this
and
is
all that.
unlikely to happen in the near future, as the Russian terms
And
almost
then
certainly will be unacceptable to
once the
President
West got
Zelensky,
what they
just as President
wanted,
Zelensky's terms
they
are
put
unacceptable to Russia.
Zelensky, the weirdo,
Indeed.
in,
But one
who's
question
heavy
in mind as
corrupt.
well is,
See,
we
this
keep
is what
talking
people
about,
don't
what
understand.
the Russia can
Ukraine's the
succumb to.
second most
What
corrupt
do you think
country in the
Putin
world,
can,
tucks out.
succumb to? And that's one question
Always
for
has
Money. On the
been.
other hand,
But he's
the
all
terms
active.
he intends to send to Ukraine,
Ukraine.
to continue the peace talks. One wonders what those
Yeah,
terms are or
he's
could be.
honestly,
As for the
everything you
terms he
read
has in
about
mind,
or
he's
hear
made this clear
about in the
quite
news,
often in the past.
think of the
Essentially,
opposite,
everything is conquered and a bit more
and you'll
besides.
be very near right.
Down there in
Like,
eastern Ukraine and
get
southern Ukraine, he
on the
wants to keep
internet
his
and do your
de
bloody
jure,
research.
that is
It's
to
no
say,
hard.
recognized internationally, not merely
Zelensky,
de
Macron,
facto as
Starmer,
occupied.
they're all
Secondly, he wants Ukraine not to join NATO and there be
weirdo
no Western
lefties,
troops.
man.
And thirdly, having had
Mentally
this success,
evil.
President Putin wants obviously to carry
Same as
on.
Biden
My
and
hopes,
that.
what I suggested was that
So,
President
honestly,
Putin
The one that they make it we all hate Trump is the only fucking man at the moment. Nuts. That's right. This will carry on in all Europe until it falls. And then you'll all wish you'd done what Trump said. But I think Britain should be following Trump, no Europe.
President Trump has no intention of doing that. In fact, he
Shut up.
condemned some of the weapons being sent. The sanctions, well, again, there's this news or this point has been made that
Trump's not
crippling
getting
sanctions the USA could bring about on Russia. It's unclear whether this is the case because Russia is a huge country with huge resources.
It's the only way that you'll sign a deal.
So it's unclear that
All the
sanctions will
West
do
and
this.
America are making
In
too
short,
much money
there's
by
very little
supplying
that
them
can
with
be done
weapons.
to stop President Putin short of
Because Starmer
escalating the
stood
war
up
by
in
sending
Parliament and
more
said that
troops,
just 2 months
especially
ago.
arms to Ukraine.
Talking about the
Now,
companies
fingers crossed,
in
let's see
fucking
what,
England that
how that pans out. But,
are making
so
money
those
through the
resting,
war.
died, rest in peace. Now
When
to
Trump was
King
about to
Charles
sign the peace deal with the two of them,
invitation to Canada.
Starmer went
How
and got his
significant is
French
this?
buddy and went and tell Zelensky not to do it.
Breaking news, a
So they could
whistleblower reveals a
continue
car
selling
finance
them
scheme
weapons.
affecting millions of drivers. If
Straight
you bought a
it.
car between
If you
2007
look it
and
up, every single
2024,
war,
listen up.
all the
Because you
Middle
might be
East wars,
eligible for
Iraq,
compensation on your car
Afghanistan,
finance. The
Syria,
average claims value
or
is about £4,000,
about
but some
selling
can be much
weapons
higher.
to destroy
There
countries,
has been an ongoing controversy
and
between the
then
shady
they
deals
pay
that car
BlackRock
dealerships and
to
lenders have been
rebuild their
making that
countries.
has collectively cost Brits billions of
Jerry
pounds of their
Adams for
hard-earned
Sinn
money.
Féin.
These dealerships and lenders have been allegedly conspiring to raise interest rates
They all
on
go to
everyday people's car
Davos.
finance
Who's
for
that stupid
undisclosed
English
kickbacks
football
that could
player
have
that was
potentially
there
cost you
just there
thousands of
trying to
pounds of your
sneak in?
hard-earned money. If you want to see if you have a claim,
The
click the
man,
link on
the
this
guy
video,
that does
and you'll need to spend about a
the
minute filling out the
commentary,
form
he's
so we
got
can perform a free
Neville's
eligibility
brother,
check for you.
Gary
And
Neville.
then our
No,
brilliant online tool will instantly display how many car
fuck, I'll
finance
get
agreements
back
you've taken
about
out
him.
and potentially how
But
much
he
you
was
owe.
there
The
too,
average
man.
claim is about
They're all
£4,000, and some could be valued
taking
at much
money
more. And a
out
lot
at
of these lenders
Davos
involved have
off
already put aside billions to prepare to pay out these damages. It's totally free to check.
Kuwait
It's all no
in
window
China,
view, so
all
there's nothing
countries
to
for
lose. Just put your
the
details in
all
and
the
see if you have a
government
claim.
that have got these people, they employ GSOs, government salary workers or something, I don't know, they're like GSOs. But it's all them that do all the work behind the scenes. They're all usually Secret Service, kidding on their helping charities like USAID, USAID,
Fraudsters have found ways to use
all
RFID
corrupt fake,
technology to remotely read debit and credit card
pushing
information.
their
It's the same system
transgender
that
and their
powers
legal
contactless
issues.
payments like Apple Wallet and Tap to Pay
But
cards.
think about
If
it.
your cards aren't protected, there's a chance they could be scammed
Right up
without
to
you
a few
noticing,
years
even
ago,
through your wallet or bag.
countries would
I
have
was
went
angry when it
mental with
happened to
like
me
a
just
couple
3
of
weeks
thousand
ago.
sneaking into
We
our
worked so
country,
hard for
but
our
now
money,
we've got
yet it was
millions.
gone in seconds, and we didn't
She
even see
even
it
saying
coming.
about it.
When I called the bank,
You're
they told
right.
me nothing could be done to stop this
But they
kind
were
of
talking
theft.
about it
That's when I knew I had to
just a
find a
few years
fix on my
ago
own.
as being
I went
right.
to my local police station
But as
to
soon as
report
they
it.
say
They
it's
said
alright,
they've been
we
hearing
will
about
go
this
to say it's
constantly.
alright.
This type of scheme is spreading fast, even becoming
As
a
the
national
main thing
concern.
is,
I ended up speaking with the police chief, and he gave me
just
some
tell them
advice. He said they're now telling everyone to
the
carry a
man is
special card
not
in
to
their wallet.
believe
It's
or
an
why
all-armored
nice.
card.
That's
It's a
a model
paper-thin
to
card that stays in your
the
wallet
rock
and blocks
man.
RFID scanners.
I just wish I had longer to live, man. I would definitely do something about this.
Canada retained dominion
Definitely.
status after achieving this in the 19th
I would
century
go
as a
to
direct
jail
result of the
happily.
Americans achieving their independence,
Happily.
which means they're fully autonomous in every
Check
respect
my
apart
record.
from
I
the
used to
nominal
go to
figure
the
of King
jail
Charles, which is
happily.
part of this Commonwealth. However,
Look at
King
the
Charles has
state of this
representatives who come
guy.
in, the Governor General to act as part,
Look
bringing
at
him
this, man.
over
Pure
simply
nugget, man.
reinforces the difference between Canada and the USA, between their having
They
a monarch
think if
and
they do
America
that wee
having no
stupid
monarch.
sound bites
And
to the
therefore, it is
news
a
about
PR
slagging Trump, it's
exercise
amazing
to
because all the
ensure and to
loyal,
point out to
lefty,
America,
rich
Canada does not want to
boyfriends,
be a
pals,
50-something state
all
of
go,
the
oh,
USA.
well done,
And in
Charles,
that
well
respect,
done, Sir
that's what it
Keir.
really is.
You got
Gigantic
Mr.
PR
Trump
exercise.
told.
So, but then that's the
And then they
strongest
go
message so
running
far
and
to,
kissing his
to
ass
Trump,
behind the
was
scenes.
talking
Well,
about
see,
not joining the United States. But let's move to
just
other
watch.
issues
They
that
always
links
go
into the
running
Harvard
to
situation. Now, Harvard, among
America.
60 other universities, is
Mr.
standing
Trump.
up against the White House. How impactful
I think
is
we
this
should make
move by
Trump
the Trump
the King of
administration?
Scotland.
Well, the
Because
Trump
his
administration can certainly press
grand,
and do a great deal.
his grandparents were
It's not
here
been done ever
up
before.
there once,
But the
so
Trump administration has many financial
perfect
and
King of
legal
Scotland.
inducements to make universities toe the line.
Shut
Universities
down your
can,
knees.
of course, try and hold up by using the law. But the law in the USA is not quite like
That's
the law, say, in
the
Great Britain, where
CCP
said that be
headquarters,
so high, the law is ever
unis
above you,
in the West.
Lord Denning.
Kuwait,
There's nothing like that in the
pay all
USA.
the
The
unis.
president
That's why
can
all your Black Lives
possibly
Matter, all your
override,
Palestine, or
continue to
defund the
act,
police,
the
all
law
come
being
out in
little more
unis.
than a hindrance. It is
They all
actually
hate
the
their
question of whether
countries,
the
they're trying to
Senate
get them to
and,
fall. They
in
will
other
fall.
words, the entire
With their
parliamentary
mistakes, not through
aspect
their
of
wants.
USA, they could stop Trump.
See,
But of
that's
course,
not
Trump has
USA, huh?
majorities and many people
Good.
support him. And in the absence of that, the universities, just with the law on their side, will find this an uphill struggle. And in any case, some universities probably will drop out, finding the struggle pointless.
Let's
So
go to
therefore, we're in
university
for an interesting time.
and waste £100,000
Universities have the
to
work
get a
cut out to
degree
retain their
on
independence
transgender,
unless and until America's various
sign
congressmen
language
and
in
senators decide
Sudanese, country of
The
Africa.
Trump administration also complained about
They hang to take
anti-Semitism.
degrees and are
How is this the best way
pointless
to
in the
handle
real world.
anti-Semitism and independence or surrendering independence to the United States?
Anti-Semitism. There are racists.
One of the problems is, and when discussing this
They
issue,
just hate the white working class. They're trying to replace us and that, so you can laugh if she's right, but it's the truth.
Depends how you define.
And what boils my blood is the white people that say, how can you see yourself so bad?
Absolutely unacceptable. But
These
insofar
are
as people are expressing their
sexy,
views that they do not support Israel's actions,
masochistic
that is
people, man.
clearly possible and
These are all
legal
mentally ill.
freedom of speech. And it would appear that President
Freedom
Trump
of
has decided
speech.
even the secondary
But we'll
aspect
give you
of
30 months
is
for your wee
unacceptable.
taxi
And
bill.
hence, he is actually trying
2.5
to
years for a
punish
tax.
control of
But
universities.
they'll let their buddy
It is
pedos
this
out.
aspect which is the most worrying.
Unreal, man.
Also, it is not clear that President Trump
Look,
is a
trips, I'm
supporter
gonna
of
go,
academic
man.
freedom
Catch you
or
tomorrow,
academia
right?
in any way. He strikes one as a person who has a chip on his shoulder.